Welcome to the Swing Trading Workshop. We are going to be talking about my strategy, my mindset, and pretty much everything you guys must know about swing trading. Welcome to the Swing Trading Masterclass, the workshop here today that we do every Thursday at noon. So I hope you guys all enjoyed this live stream. If you guys have any questions, by all means, ask them down in the chat room. We are just making sure there is no hiccups with anything. Obviously, I got to pull it up and make sure we are good. But if you guys want to sign up for the Swing Trading Masterclass for our entire course, I'll put it down below. It's in the chat room, so if you guys want to check it out, you guys can use code YouTube for 20% off. So make sure you guys check it out. But yeah, everything's good. The audio is good. So if you guys are new, make sure you guys hit that like button, subscribe, and what's going on, everybody? What's going on, Kevin, and everyone in the live. So let's move on. So what stocks have I been looking at? What stocks have been moving and grooving? Well, stock number one that I want to cover is obviously the one and only Google. We called this stock out last week. Now, the reason why is because it was hitting that 200-day moving average line, and ever since then, this thing has been on an absolute roar all the way up, possibly hitting highs here in the next couple of weeks here. Now, looking at it here, you guys will see one of the reasons I hopped in on this thing on a swing trade is because it used that 200-day moving average line as support, right? It established it, hit it several times, establishing support. So now on Google's last earnings report, the stock sold off about a decent amount. It went from about 140 all the way down to 122 and hit that 200-day moving average line, and now we've been on an absolute tear back up. You know, it went from my average cost was a little over 123, it was about 123.50. Right in that range, hopped in, setting stops below 120, so virtually risking $3 to possibly, I honestly sold some of my shares at 132, and I'm continuing to hold this, see if we can get a push back up to the 140s. I appreciate your I appreciate the comment. Thank you. I appreciate it. But yeah, so that's kind of this strategy I'm in. I'm in on this position, so we'll see what happens with this. Obviously, I've sold a decent amount of shares just because it's already up so high. But you guys will see it does have some resistance right here at about 139. So I think that would be a great option, great opportunity to hop out on this trade. So we'll see what happens with this one. Another stock that I've been looking at actually recently is ticker symbol MRO. This one here is actually Marathon Oil. Now, one of the reasons is very similar. You know, we saw tendencies of getting buying pressure near and around 124 right in the past, right? It hit it once before we got buying pressure. So I'm looking to possibly hop in on this. Now, for me to be really interested, I would like to get it near and around this price, about 123. Right in this zone, I do think is where I'll start averaging. Oh, wow, we have somebody from Korea. That's incredible. Welcome to the show. Welcome to the team. I hope you enjoy it. But this right here, we've had tendencies of using it as support in the past, right in the zone here. So this could be a decent opportunity to hop in. You know, I think that this one's going to be a little more volatile than I will like. But we'll see what happens. Honestly, we'll see what happens. You know, you guys will see it broke down past that 200-day moving average line. It sold off below, it curled up. Now it's hitting it as resistance, so we could be on a decent downward trend. But definitely threw it in my watch list to see what happens with this one. But yeah, Marathon Oil. Let's move on to another one here. Another one here is actually Alibaba. Ticker symbol BABA. The reason why is, look at this. We've seen basic support right here at about $78. Basic resistance up here at about 94. Right in this zone, this could be a decent opportunity to hop in. Now, the reason why we've gotten so much sell-off as of today is actually Alibaba. I believe they had some issues with, let's actually go ahead and go to the news. So Alibaba right here, quarterly earnings, obviously, let's see, down over 9%, on pace for largest since October, let's see. But all right, so it's down. I want to know why. I can't remember exactly. Obviously, it's probably due to like an earnings report or something along those lines. But Another stock that has been absolutely moving and grooving is Target. Now, Target, I think it's TGT. Now, Target, you guys will see it squeezed up. Now, it's hitting that 200-day moving average line as resistance. So there could be a possible Walmart is missing a lot because of its expected performance. Yes, we'll pull it up after we look at Target, but you guys will see Target has used that 200-day moving average line as resistance in the past. So it hit it, a couple of times. Each and every time we've just gotten tendencies of getting sell-off at that moving average line. But so for me, I know a lot of people have been talking about it, but I'm sitting on the sidelines on Target just because Target lately has been very volatile. It's been really risky. So I just think, if you're going to swing trade stocks, But yeah, we can pull up Walmart. I forget the ticker. I think it's WMT. WMT? Yes. Walmart. All right, so Walmart did get a crazy amount of sell-off. You guys will see as we zoom out here. Boom, boom, boom. Walmart has had this great upward trend. It has used, that 200-day moving average line. So for me, for possible swing trade, obviously we got to try to buy in on support. So support for Walmart is going to be probably all the way down here at 154. I don't know what's going on, why we had... do you trade on technical analysis? I do. So I do trade on fundamentals as well. But I would say for most of my swing trades, I do look at more technical rather than fundamental. I do look at fundamentals. I want to make sure that obviously the company isn't just a sham. It's a company that's probably having increasing revenues, good profit margins. All that stuff is just more of an indication for better success, more buying pressure, and obviously better trade opportunities there. But yeah, so I do look at both. Obviously, what I tend to see is more of my long-term investments are fundamental, and then more of my trades, day trades, swing trades are more technical. But all right, another stock that's actually start looking at some of the ones that are on my watch list for this upcoming week here. We have ACGL. ACGL is a stock that's pretty interesting to me. We have had this great upward trend, right? Beautiful growth. It's used that 90-day moving average line as support. So I definitely think if we get some sell-off, I'm setting an alert near and around $80. I think that this would be a good opportunity to hop in on this trade. The reason why is because we've seen it so many times hit this moving average line time after again, getting buying pressure. So I'm definitely throwing it on my watch list, setting an alert and seeing what happens there. You guys will see it hit once, twice, 3 times, 4 times, 5 times, almost 6 times. Each and every time we've had natural tendencies of getting buying pressure. So I think for me, hopping in near and around 80, setting stops at 82, virtually risking about $2 really to possibly make back up to 87 or 90 to possibly make $10. That's a fantastic risk and reward. So definitely on my watch list for this upcoming week, because if we can either go, let's go to the 5-day. You guys will see we've seen some general sell-off. So if the sell-off continues down to that moving average line, that's going to be very, very interesting here. So, all right, let's go back to the daily here. All right, we already covered. We covered Google, Marathon Oil, ACGL. Oh, this one here is AMPY. Well, and at the end of this, I'll put all of these in the chat room. So if you guys are in the chat, I'll put a list of all of these stocks that I'm looking at in the chat room. So AMPY is an energy company. You guys will see one of the reasons I like it is basic support, basic resistance, boom. You guys will see we have had general sell-off down to this support line. Could be a decent opportunity to hop in on this stock near and around a common support for this stock. Let's zoom back this way a little bit. There we go. So basic support, right on a support. Resistance up here at $7 and pretty much 50 cents. We could call that $7.50. So you could pretty much hop in. There are some things you must know beforehand. the first thing is we have had obviously a ton of volatility, but it almost looks like, looking at these moving average lines, where we're on this downward trend, obviously. So we could see a little more selling pressure. So if I hopped in near and around 590, we could get a possible push back up. I would call it $6.78 up to the 90 moving average line. Do I think it's going to come back up to $7.50? I think that's a little unlikely. It's definitely achievable, but for me, I think it's going to start using more of these moving average lines as some resistance, just because we have had that general sell-off, and it still is a decent risk and reward. So definitely throwing it on my watch list, and we'll see what happens with this one. If you hopped in near around 589, I would set my stop loss probably near around 550. So you're risking about 40 cents to possibly make $2, a little over $2, which is a decent risk and reward. So definitely on my watch list here. All right, so we covered, I'm just making sure I'm good on all my stocks. All right, and next one here is ticker symbol PSX. I believe, yeah, PSX is what I wrote. All right, so this one here, we have had, let's zoom in. All right, tendencies, 90 moving average line. We're getting some sell-off. Near and around 110 could be a possible move, 110 to possibly 116. But we'll see. This one here I just wanted to throw in just because a lot of people are still working on drawing out their support and resistance lines. So this is just a clear example of how I do it. What is your settings for moving average lines? So for me, I use the 90, which is the green moving average line, and then I do use the 200-day moving average line. I do also have the RSI right here. So the RSI determines, obviously, it's a relative strength index, determines if a stock's pretty much overvalued, undervalued, stuff along those lines. But one thing you always have to understand is the higher up you go, so like the 90 moving average line is going to have a harder support. Is going to have a harder support over like the 20-day moving average line. Then the 200-day moving average line is going to have a harder support over the 90 moving average line. So that's why I put 2 in. Some people will put 3 or 4. Honestly, I think that overcomplicates things. In my opinion, I would rather just try to keep it as simple as possible and just understand what's going on. But yeah, so that's what I do, the 90 and the 200-day. Now, how you add them, very simple. You got to just click this and you just go down here. So you guys will see all of them right there, the 90 and the 200. But yes, so that's how I do it. How many days do you hold a trade usually? I'll hold my trade. Honestly, it depends. I will say my average is about 2 weeks. Now, does that mean I don't hold, or yeah, my average is 2 weeks. I never pretty much hold over a year, and very, very rare will I day trade. It happens. Obviously, when you're buying on a support line, the stock could squeeze up that same day. So I do see tendencies of more day trades than like holding for like months and months and months. So I will say anywhere from a week to 2 weeks is the average, is the norm. Just because I'm looking at more of the daily charts. So each candlestick here represents 1 day. So if I wanted to make a trade, let's just say I bought in right here. This is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Even if this thing goes up 6, 7, 8, that's 8 days. You know, so average I would say is gonna be about 2 weeks to a week. Is what I normally do. But yeah. So other stocks here we kind of were looking at VIST. We were looking at last week, possible move up to 27. I sold out at about 26. I didn't like how it was pretty much stagnant at that 90-day moving average line. So I hopped out with a small gain. Honestly, I probably broke even on that trade. And then FNGR, FNGR. Why is it doing N? FNGR there. Finger motion. You guys will see we've had this curl back up. So we'll see what happens. You'll see what happens. We'll see what happens. I just think it's approaching these moving average lines. I was hoping to get a breakout of them, but definitely still a possible move there. but we'll see. Honestly, we'll see. I was hoping to get a possible little resistant breakout there, but doesn't look like it's panning out. So we hopped out as well. So, but still made money on all of these, which is good. And obviously with swing trading, you're not going to make money on every single trade, and that's kind of the not, I don't want to say good thing, but that's one thing you just need to understand is swing trading, most of the time, it's actually not about making money. It's about keeping your money. And that's why like risk management is super important. So understanding, where you're buying the stock, where you're selling the stock, your stop loss, and your profit. Those things is pretty much what makes up risk management. So before I ever take a trade, I'm understanding, okay, if I hop in right here at, 457, or even up here, let's just say you were late to the game and you hopped in at $5. You should understand that you're risking, because if this thing sells off, it's going to come down to the nearest support in most cases. So you're risking about 50 cents. How many days does swing trade hold stock on average? Like I said before, I hold my trades for about a week to 2 weeks is the norm. But yeah, how many days do you swing trade? Yeah, about a week to 2 weeks. But like I said, understanding basic risk management is very, very important with trading. So understand all of your stop loss, everything, obviously, before you make a trade. And before I don't know if you guys are new to trading or what, but I always recommend paper trading for as long as possible. And this is because paper trading, it allows you to practice. It allows you to constantly improve. It's by far the biggest thing you can do as a trader. If you're a new trader and you're just starting out, even if you're a month or 2, 3 months in, even 6 months, a year, I continue to paper trade. I know I'm a full-time swing trader, but I constantly paper trade. Why? I know people are saying why, and it's super simple. Who do you think is going to be more successful in the long run? Okay, you have two people. One person, okay, they made a strategy. They're making money today. The second person has a strategy. They're making money today, but also they're improving that strategy just like the stock market changes. So I definitely think constantly learn. Do you trade small cap companies? I do. I do make sure they do have a decent amount of average volume. I don't like trade like pretty much like micro stocks. I always want to make sure there's a decent amount of volume, probably over 500,000 to 750,000. I think it's very important to have volume, but yeah, I will trade smaller companies. I will trade small cap companies. Yeah, so is it every day? I mean, I definitely think more blue chip stocks are a little easier to read, but yeah, I do. Like we could pull, like I said, we looked at Google. This is, obviously not a small cap, but it's just a little easier to understand. It's easier to trade. We could pull up Apple here. Similar things going on, but I just find blue chip stocks are more easier to trade over small cap. Small cap stocks are they're more risky. They're more volatile. So, but you can make money off them. But yeah. But yeah, so these are all the stocks that I wanted to cover. If you guys are in the chat room, obviously I am going to put all the stocks we covered today in it, and this whole live stream, if you guys missed parts of it, it's going to be in the course as well. So all the way on the bottom, it's going to say latest live stream, and that's where it'll be uploaded. So guys, that is it. I hope you guys all enjoyed this. Or if you guys have any questions, by all means, ask right now. But other than that, I'm all set. All right. I'm reading a lot of books on trading and doing paper trading, trying to learn a lot. Want to have trading as a part-time income source? Absolutely. It's definitely doable, but you can't look at it like it does look like you're doing the right things. You're educating yourself. You're paper trading. and trying to learn as much as possible. That is going to be the foundation of swing trading. Trying to learn, trying to practice, and getting experience is how you're going to make money. And obviously you can do this with a full-time job. You don't need like constant, like maintenance on your stocks. If you understand your strategy and you can do this for like an hour a night, looking at stocks, doing technical analysis, looking at some fundamentals, see what's going on with the markets, you easily can do this after work. I tell people all the time, you can do it as a part-time income source. That's awesome. That is absolutely sweet. And if you have any questions, you can actually go message me on Instagram. It's investing with Carter is my Instagram. So make sure you guys check that out. Also guys, today only we'll actually do a little discount because I know we do have some beginners in here. So probably in the next 30 minutes, can you make a video on there's these stupid hearts right here. I believe pre or post trading in Moomoo. Yes, I'll make a video on it. Probably maybe tomorrow, or this weekend. But absolutely, guys. So, this has been a fun live stream. I hope you guys enjoyed it, and we'll do a special discount code. It'll be code workshop. Whoops, I'll put it in here. And we'll do for 30% off. So make sure you guys, and this will be up probably in the next hour. So code workshop for 30% off. But man, I feel like I'm getting sick though, to be honest. But how do you choose your stocks? Let me take a quick sip. So what I look for is the absolute first thing is I'm a long investor. So I buy into stocks. I don't short stocks. So what I look for, first thing, upward trend. I always want to make sure the trend is in my favor. The second thing I look for is the stock on a support line. Obviously, right here, stock's on a support line. So this is pretty much how I do it. But I actually use Finvez. I use finvez.com, and that's how I find it. I do have videos on my channel about exactly how I do it. But my big ones are in my course, so you guys can check that out. But yeah, so upward trend, stock on a support line, stock that you understand, and then research it. But yeah, that's how I choose them. Yep. You just want to make sure you have a stock scanner. Maybe we'll do a later this weekend. We'll do a Moomoo scanner. I'm sorry, my throat hurts. But yeah, we'll do a Moomoo scanner this weekend about how to use it and stuff like that. But yeah, so I do have some work ahead of me. I'm going to be making that video for you guys on pre or post trading in Moomoo. Then we'll do a scanner for you. But that is it, guys. I hope you guys all enjoyed the live stream. If you guys did, hit that like button, subscribe, and we'll see you guys in the next. This is going to be every single week, every Thursday at noon. So make sure you guys set notifications, do what you guys do, like this video, subscribe if you guys are having fun hanging out with me. But we'll see you guys later. That is it, and we'll see you guys. Take care.